Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about the film The Reckless Moment, which was produced in the United States in 1949. A woman has met a man who was going out with her teenage daughter and told him that she prohibited him to see his daughter. And then the guy was a scoundrel, a sort of criminal, and he said that he wouldn't meet her daughter anymore if she paid him some money. Then she returned home and her daughter confronted her because her boyfriend had called her and told everything that her mother said to him. And of course, she took sides with her boyfriend. Some hours later, she left home without anyone knowing and met her boyfriend. And then he told her that he indeed was willing to receive money from her mother, but it wouldn't mean that they wouldn't still be together. But the girl was horrified with that, and then she argued with her boyfriend. They were out of the house in a dark place, and then in the middle of the argument, the guy stepped and fell. He was on the second floor and he fell on the ground and passed away after that, even though the girl was no longer around. And then he fell and passed away, but she didn't see that. Then on the following day, the mother decided to look for her daughter. She didn't find her, but she found the body of the man. And then she realized that something very wrong had happened, and then she disposed of the body in a swamp nearby. And then, of course, the police immediately tried to find the murderer of the guy. And of course that the mother was very nervous. She didn't tell to her daughter that she found the body of her boyfriend. She just told her daughter to shut up about this man and don't talk about him to anyone else. After a while, it appeared in the house a guy who was a friend of the deceased man, and he had the love letters of the girl, and he wanted to blackmail the mother, and she would have to pay him $5,000, otherwise he would go straight to the police. The woman was really distressed. Her husband was traveling in Berlin because of his work, and she had no one to ask so much money. She tried to sell much of her jewelry, but she couldn't get all that money. And then during the blackmail, the blackmailer kinda fell in love with her. But he wasn't acting alone. There was another criminal together with him, acting with him, pushed him to obtain the money from the woman as soon as he could. But the guy was soft on the woman because he was falling for her. And then the woman was very nervous. She told the guy that she didn't have the money immediately. She asked for more time. And then the guy was trying to do everything the woman requested of him. But the other criminal, who was much more ruthless, of course he didn't accept that. And then the guy, the blackmailer, he told the woman, the mother, that she could relax because the police caught a guy and the police thought he was responsible for the crime, that he was the murderer. And then the mother got very nervous. She said that the man was innocent, he didn't kill anyone, until the point that she told the guy that she was the one who killed the man. And then blackmailer didn't accept this. He didn't want to listen to this story. She told the woman she should think about her family, that she shouldn't be bothered about him, because even if the guy was innocent in this crime, he was guilty for hundreds of other crimes, and that at least the fact he was being arrested would be maybe the only decent thing he ever did in life. Anyway, but then the other criminal, fed up because he was too soft with the woman, he decided to go to the house of the woman by himself. Then he met her and demanded the payment of $5,000 immediately, no matter what. Otherwise, he would go straight to the police with the love letters of her daughter. And he said that the other guy was out of business. However, the first blackmailer, he appeared, and then they fought, both criminals fought in front of the woman in her house. And then the first blackmailer, the one who fell in love with the woman, got to strangle the other criminal and he passed away. And then both the blackmailer and the woman, they were talking about what they would do with the body of that criminal and how they would tell that to the police. The woman wanted to confess that she was guilty. The blackmailer wanted to do it too. And then they couldn't reach an agreement. And then the blackmailer asked the woman to give him a drink, and while she was preparing the drink, he left, taking the body of the deceased criminal with him. And then the woman tried to find him, but then the criminal, he had an accident, and it was dark, he lost control of his car, and then he was in a very serious condition, and the body of the other deceased criminal was beside him. And he told the woman that she shouldn't approach him, she shouldn't help him, that it was for the best, because if the police found him with the body of the other deceased criminal, they would think that the other criminal, they both had the accident and they passed away together. So they would never guess about the crime committed in the house of the woman. And then the woman was very moved and she wanted to help the guy. She knew that he was seriously hurt, but then she returned home. The guy asked her to return home. Then her two teenage children who were going out to the cinema, they returned home mentioning a terrible accident on the street and that the driver had passed away, but he confessed to be the guy who killed the daughter's boyfriend. And in the middle of all this commotion, the phone rang. It was her husband. He was calling from Berlin. It was Christmas time and he wanted to talk to his family. And although she was extremely nervous and stressed, his wife, the mother, she got to talk to him normally, saying that everything was all right, except for the fact that the entire family was missing him a lot. She got to hide the blackmail and all the mess with the criminals from her family. And it seems that she would finally, after so much pain, to be fine and happy and relaxed again, because both criminals had passed away and one of them had confessed the death of her daughter's boyfriend. So she wouldn't be accused of the crime or her daughter or anyway. She had time to take the letters from the first blackmailer, so the letters wouldn't fall in wrong hands. And this is how the film ended. It was lots of struggle, but she got to overcome that and protect her family despite everything bad that happened. That's all for now, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you!